All right, welcome back to Cooper Stadium here on the campus of UMS-Wright Preparatory School. Todd Morris with you on the Bulldog Radio Network. And we sit down with UMS-Wright head football coach Terry Curtis for our pregame interview. And, Coach, a really good win last week on our return home to Cooper Stadium, 21-12 over what I think was a very solid, well-coached T.R. Miller team.
Without a doubt. We knew that going in. We had been able to see them against Bayside a week or so earlier, and they put it on Bayside pretty good. Brent Hubbard's doing a great job up there, and they do things right. You knew, and they were big. I mean, they're a good 3A football team, and they're going to cause some problems in 3A. And you don't know how the game's going to come out. If they don't get the holding penalty down there toward the end and score, we're talking about a 1-point ball game or a 2-point ball game right there. So it was a good win. And Todd, you look back on it. We've lost 2 games. A lot of people upset about that, this, that, and other. But I didn't know it when I scheduled it. But now we played 4 out of our 6 games, counting tonight, ranked teams.
Yep.
And that's pretty sporty for anybody, and especially when you got as many new players as we've got. And I did think we played better last week in a lot of situations. Still a lot of mistakes. Still not close being where we'd like to be, but we did play better and did some things a lot better than we had done 2 weeks before.
We've lost 2 games to ranked teams by a total of 3 points. So
yeah.
The end of the world is definitely not happening, even though Michael Knapp and I talked about it last week because he said, everybody thinks the end of the world just because we've gone so long without losing 2 games in a year. Mm-hmm. But I think we're all right. But you said, we did play better last week. Cole Blaylock, a great game, 155 yards rushing and 21 carries, caught a touchdown pass. Just getting better and better, but I know he's got a little situation for this week. How is he?
Well, he does. I told some of our seniors this week, I wish y'all would get as tough as a sophomore because he had a grade 3 AC separation at the end of the first quarter and played the whole rest of the game with, which most people would have been in a sling and hanging their arm and all that sort of thing. And, and he practiced, this week. He's going to be a game-time decision where we're hoping he can do some things because he's a big – he can catch the ball, he can run routes, he can run. So he's a big part he's one of our playmakers. And, when you're at a place like ours, we don't have that many of them, and we don't need to lose them,
Well, the other move we made last week, we moved Edwin White from safety down to rover or linebacker or whatever, and he leads the team in tackles. So another good move, I thought, by Jay and the defense.
Well, I think that helped. We had a long talk, having the 2 weeks, and we just got to get our best players on the field. If you notice, we moved Barton Elliott over to defense. He's our backup quarterback, a good athlete, and thought they could help, and I think he is going to help. We played a 9th grader early at corner, and because he's going to be a good athlete, and also what it does, and it causes a little bit of competition at a position too, which is always good. So some of the older guys who kind of looked around said, I'm going to play, kind of looking around now, have had a little bit more intensity even this week.
Yeah, and it creates some depth.
Well, exactly.
We're going to definitely need
depth, and it's going to help you in the long run.
Yep. All right. We've reached that halfway the point of the season. We're 3-2. Hate to say it, but now that focus really starts looking at the second season and the playoffs because we've got 4 straight region games coming up. What are you telling the kids about these upcoming weeks? Because tonight, no matter how you want to look at it, is a huge ball game when it comes to playoff implications.
Well, it's a big game, and we didn't downplay it.
Yep.
We told them this could be for second place in the region if everything goes right. I don't see St. Paul's losing to who they've got left. They've already beaten Faith. So it's a big ball game to get a home playoff, and the higher you can be in the region, the better off you are. You don't want to go in there as the 3rd or 4th team and have to start going on the road 2 or 3 times against some good football teams right off the bat. So it is a big ball game, and we've not downplayed it, and I don't think Faith has either. It's a big ball game for them also. So they've got a good ball club. They've got a junior, number 5, that's already committed to Alabama, from what I hear, or a James kid. They've got a good running back, number 23, And they're solid on both sides of the ball and huge.
Yep.
They're probably bigger in a lot of positions. Now I'm not going to say better, but they're bigger than St. Paul's was. They've got a 280 defensive tackle, another 280 defensive tackle in there. So J-Bo back, those little old guys going to have a hard time moving, but we're going to see what they can do.
All right, Coach, our time's up here in the pregame show. We appreciate it every week. Thanks for sitting down with us.
Thanks, guys.
All right, 4 straight region games coming up for the UMS-Wright here over the next month of October, and tonight's a big one against the number 8 ranked Faith Academy Rams. So we'll take a short break. We'll be back with the opening kickoff in just a minute. You're listening to the Bulldog Radio Network here on Sports Talk 99.5 Mobile and iHeart Radio Station.